It was only a matter of time that I did a breakdown for a N9ne song, and here we are. N9ne just dropped his album Asinine, and one track that seems to be grabbing everyone's attention is Face Off. And the reason for that is because it features Joey Cool, King ISO, and The Rock. Seeing as this is probably The Rock's first venture into rap, it's only right we go bar for bar and break down those lyrics. If you're new to this channel, these breakdowns are where I go through and read out the lyrics to a song and give my interpretation of what the artists are trying to say. My interpretations are not always correct, so if I've missed something or misinterpreted anything, let me know in the comments below. That way, everyone gets to learn something. Before we get too into the song itself, this isn't a collaboration that is unexpected to me. I mean, given how much love The Rock shows to strange music in N9ne in terms of playlists and IG posts and just being in the comments on Instagram and stuff, like it made sense. I mean, Tech and The Rock seem to be pretty close as well, so it was only a matter of time. So we start off with N9ne's verse.
Spirit of a lion describes my soul. Give it up to Zion, then my fire grows. Wishing of a riot inside my lobe, and my tripping is the highest when I fight my foe.
Starts off pretty slow and then starts getting faster. I mean, that's a more typical thing from Tech, I feel. So he goes in starting off saying, like, the spirit of a lion describes my soul. He's like, lions are always thought of as kingly and majestic beings, but also with this aggressive nature to them. So given Tech's music and the way like he raps, it's appropriate. Like, there's a sort of majesticness to him at times, but there's also a lot of aggressiveness too. The fire and the riot both seem to be things that are growing in the song. And the riot being inside his lobe and inside his head, inside his brains. And then he keeps going and he's like, am I tripping? And is the highest when I fight my foes? To me, I thought that's him questioning if the fire reaches its peak or the largest when he's fighting, or this riot that's building inside of him grows to its highest peak when he's fighting his foes. And this whole song is really just a workout song and a really, like, it's face off. So it sounds like they're trying to get into a fight through the entirety of the song.
I'ma hit him with this. You about to get your ass kicked. My technique is so sick. I'm about to make the hit quick. Whole lot of muscle. You don't wanna be in a tussle. Better than me, that's rubble. You want trouble? What's up though?
So he continues on, just, you know, talking shit. He's like I'm gonna hit you, and it's like, my technique is so sick. I'm gonna make this whole thing quick. Like, this fight that we're about to be in, it's gonna be over before you know it. And he's just talking his shit. He's like, he knows that he's better than this person that's trying to fight him.
Feelings hot to kill a top gorilla, drop a nail to pops a grill the eye. For real, your clock and yield to stop your will. A shot the deal was knock you till you plop. I got the hell coming your way. You saw for damn the thing you play. Never competitive with a better kid to go crazy.
So yeah, he continuing on, and it feels like he brings in that fire bit from earlier with the feelings hot to kill a top gorilla. Like, this fire that's built within him and that's growing is giving him this power to take out a top gorilla. So someone that may be perceived as bigger than him or is actually bigger than him, like, he's still, like, this fire within him is going to give him the, I guess, energy to beat them. I also just liked how he said, you're softer than the thing of yo play. Like, he just kind of threw that in there. And then with him saying, never competitive with a better kid, I go cray. The only thing I can think of is that he doesn't try to be, like, overly competitive with the people he collaborates with, but then he also, like, I feel like he does usually. And it's not like a bad competition. I think that's what he's trying to say. Maybe it's like he's not overly competitive. Like, he keeps it friendly, maybe. But I don't know who he's talking about with the better kid, I go cray.
Gonna be dead because I fell into the moon grave. When you wake up in that wet blood, ain't no way you about to get up. How you know that I taxed your ass cause you got the motherfucking check stub? Always gonna have to pay cost when you stepping in my way, boss. When I build still and you stay soft, you're gonna punk out when we face off.
Yeah, and then he just kind of ends the verse with, like, whatever this beef is gonna be deaded. He just continues on with, like, I'm gonna beat your ass, like, to the point where you're gonna wake up in wet blood and you're not even gonna be able to get up. This then goes into the chorus, pretty straightforward from Chris Calico. It goes, they're gonna take your face off, they're gonna rumble. Again, it's really just a workout sort of song and high energy, so it's not really gonna be a whole lot to the chorus, I feel. But this then goes into Joey Cool's verse.
Rumble there, young man, they rumble. Run up, get a combo, quickly help you understand, but stay humble. Don't nobody wanna talk about the way of the world, and make them all crumble. And I might stumble, but I pick myself up, brush myself off my thoughts of a goddamn boy.
So, continuing on the idea of this being a fight, like, he's like, run up, get a combo quickly. It could be like a combo that you're getting hit with. And, like, I mean, it's not the person that, like, you're not doing the combo. It's like someone's gonna hit you with a combo, and it'll help you understand and keep you humble. But it could be played either way, I feel. And with this verse, it seems a little bit more, there's more to it than just the fight alone. So he goes into talking about how, like, people don't want to talk about how the way of the world is right now, because all of this is going to make, like, the thoughts of it are going to make you crumble. Like, you're going to be thinking about it too much. The weight is too heavy, and, you know, you might fall. But even though he has all that going on, he picks himself, brushes it off his shoulders, and keeps going.
I am at their neck like I'm Malcolm X, like I'm Dr. King, like I'm Cornel West, like I'm UEP, like I'm Booker T, like I'm Rosa Parks. I'ma need my rest. Niggas know what I'm about. I run up in your house, get up all in your couch, knock you right in your mouth. I ain't never no clout. Nigga really go south. I'm prepared to go to battle whenever there is a bout.
So then he goes on to make reference to a bunch of powerful black figures, and how, you know, they were influential in making some sort of change. And he's just putting himself into that sort of mindset, and that's what he kind of wants to do, it sounds like. Like, he wants to be like them. Going back to the fighting thing, he's like, I ain't after no clout, but it could really go south, so I'm ready to fight.
I am Muhammad Ali, I'm paying the homage. Policy is to be honest, I take it beyond it, though I can relate to ebonics. And really, I hate to be ominous, all of your hate is too obvious. I am the hustle, the muscle, I pray for the audience. I am against it with knowledge. If you want to enter the ring, I would hate to be opposite.
I don't think he's calling himself the Prophet Muhammad, but he could be alluding to that at least. But he, continuing on the whole fighting idea, he is Muhammad Ali, like that sort of energy. But he's really just paying homage to all these people, including Muhammad Ali. And yeah, he just continues on, like, he can relate to ebonics, and he doesn't want to be ominous because, like, the references to the way of the world earlier, like, there's a lot going on, and it can be a lot. But he takes that, and now it seems like he's addressing the people who are negatively affecting the communities, it sounds like, because he's like, all your hate is too obvious. Like, he's like, what you're doing is clearly hate. But it could also just be talking to people in general who just be hating to hate.
Jab with the right, jab with the left, jab with the right. They got them all staggering. He gon' come back with the right, back with the left. That's when he stab to the side, now dagger. You gon' be dead if you do damn if you don't bounce to them like cash is my swagger. Really don't matter, part of them harder than lawless. So my shit kicking that jargon.
And yeah, now, like, he was talking about when you don't want to enter the ring if I'm opposite you, and because he comes with the right, left, right. he comes in with the right, left, right, and got them all staggering. And, you know, he's just kind of like channeling his Cassius Clay. This then goes back into the chorus, and then we get a verse from King ISO.
I'm giving it fade based off the description I gave. Cut the game off. I'm a street fighter, beat the brakes off like the whip on the stage. Hand out as ribbons, my play haters ain't off. You get hit.
So I like King ISO. He has a lot going on, but barber cape, how I'm giving the fade, you know, a haircut, fade, barber cape, based off the description I gave. That's how he's describing this person, or himself maybe. In the video, like, it makes sense. Like, he is in, like, fighting attire, I guess. So he is a street fighter. He's also, I think he trains, like, in a fighting gym. So makes sense. He hands out ass whippings. And I just always, like, ever since I heard West Side Gun make, or I think it was West Side Gun. It was on Hitler Wears Hermes, at least. But my play haters ate off. Yeah, can get Hitler's steak. That's just funny. I think it was Rome Streets that said that on Hitler Wears Hermes. I forgot what track it was, though. But it was, I just like that. It's a good wordplay.
Mistaken to be chaos like an emerald chase when I face off in the Nicolas Cage. Yeah, I'm living in rage. Put your pussy nigga like I'm visiting his bag. I was sitting in this with a go a minute. I can tell me they forgive me, but they didn't. I remember them days and I don't want to be Batman, nigga. I'm Bane.
All right, so he has a lot of references here. It'll be Chaos like Emerald Chase, so Chaos Emeralds from Sonic. I think there's another reference with the chase line. I don't recognize it, but then Face Off, like the film Face Off and Nicolas Cage, and then the cage being like the octagon. He was just talking about how he was in the hospital going mental, and the doctor was telling him like, yo, they'll just forget about you, like you ain't nothing. But they didn't. And he just remembers those days where he felt like he was at his lowest. And then he goes on to reference or say how he doesn't want to be Batman, he wants to be Bane. Bane is, I mean, you know Bane, at least from the movies, but in the comics he's even larger. So that seems like something that King Iso would want to go for.
Literally had a venom in his mind, face a little bit killer, really was sick and burning. The more I think about it, my life was twisted. Wait. Reminiscing of when mom and dad would wonder why they couldn't reach it like they didn't have my number. Fighting from insanity, I never had the hunger. Put a nigga underground quick, that's a boss.
So the venom entering his veins, like Bane, that's what Bane used to get so strong. Kind of just think of it as steroids. That's the easiest way. But to a completely different level. Since he was young, there's been, stuff going on in his brain. And he just feels like his life has been twisted. And then he talks about how his parents were wondering why they couldn't reach him, even though they had his number. But it's more of like, maybe he was distant, or like they just couldn't understand him or couldn't connect with him in some way. And the whole time he was just fighting for his sanity.
Shock him like a master's brother, better pick your battles, busters halfway under. Hit more time than acupuncture when it comes to rumbling, I'm Afro Thunder. Really, it be funny when I kick it to you, that means I'm gripping in the iron when I'm on the mic, because you really wicked blooded like I'm kicking it with buddies when I beat a nigga up like I was iron nigga. My God.
So, shock him like a master's brother, Master P's brother, soaked to shocker. Better pick your battles halfway under. Like, you're already halfway under. Why are you trying to fight me? Hit him more times than acupuncture. I mean, acupuncture is just a bunch of needles in you. So he's hitting you more times than all those needles that are going in you. And yeah, he's just continuing. Like, he's like, yo, it's funny how I'm beating y'all up while I'm rhyming. Like it does, like I can multitask. So he's continuing that whole fight that he's in. Like, they're going to stumble when I hit him with the jab and the cross. And then leave a dude humble, like, damn, when Kendrick Lamar dropped. Like, the track Humble off Damn. Man. I think King Iso has my favorite verse so far. This then goes into the chorus, and then the verse from The Rock with help from N9ne. N9ne just doing the ad-libs, really.
It's about drive, it's about power. We stay hungry, we devour. Put in the work, put in the hours, and take what's ours. Like in some more in my veins, my culture banging with strange.
Yeah, I mean, The Rock has always been about drive and power. Like, he's super motivated. Like, you see him always doing something. In the last maybe 10 years, he hasn't stopped moving. Like, he's just constantly busy. So this work ethic he has is what's keeping him going, it sounds like. And it's something to admire, I feel.
I changed the game, so what's my motherfucking name? What they gonna get though? Creation, defamation, if you wanna bring it to the masses. Face to face, we escalating, when I have to but boost the asses. Mean on ya, like a dream when I'm rumbling, you're gonna scream mama. So bring drama to the king Brahma, then fight at you with extreme mana.
Yeah, so I guess The Rock has changed the game. I mean, I wouldn't argue that. Desecration, defamation, if you want to bring them to the masses, sure. But yeah, like the rest of his verse is really just talking about how look at me, I'm The Rock, I'm gonna beat you. Like, obviously, I wasn't expecting a whole lot from it, but it was pretty solid, at least from his verse. And that then goes into the outro where The Rock is just kind of thanking N9ne and Strange Music and his tequila brand. And then the song ends. Overall, the song was cool. I didn't have very high expectations, I'm not going to lie. Just because, I mean, when you see the headline, it's like, oh, The Rock is featured on a N9ne song. You're like, okay, well, is he actually going to do a rap verse, or is he just going to be talking? So I went in with literally no expectations, and I feel like I was pleased. It wasn't bad. I mean, I've been a fan of N9ne since just after Ever Ready, so like 2006, 2007. And I've only started falling off after like Special Effects, I feel. And I mean, the main reason for that is just that he puts out so much content, and to me, it feels like there's starting to be a lot more misses. And, you know, I mean, I get it. I get what he's doing, but maybe I've just outgrown him. I don't know. But regardless, I mean, when I went into this, I feel like I expected more from Textverse. It was fine. Joey Cool was pretty solid. I don't really listen to Strange music that much anymore, so I haven't listened to Joey Cool in the past. But his verse was pretty solid. I enjoyed it. It was a bit more creative, I feel. Like, it wasn't just strictly about the fighting, like a physical fight, but more of like a bigger fight. And then King ISO. Like, I just like King ISO. He's fun. Again, I haven't listened to him as much either, but I have listened to him more than Joey Cool. So I did enjoy that verse. And then The Rock, I mean, again, I didn't expect a whole lot. But overall, I think it was cool. It served its purpose. It's definitely a workout song. It has high energy. Personally, for me, I don't really like this sort of tempo when I'm working out. Like, it's a little bit too fast-paced for me, but I'm also the type of person that'll just throw on whatever when I'm working out. So, but yeah. I think overall it served its purpose, and it did well for what it was trying to do, like be a high energy workout song. I'm curious to see how this would perform live. I feel like it would do pretty well. Maybe he's going to perform it on tour now. Who knows? Maybe The Rock will just show up randomly. Anyways, that's all I got for this track. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of this track, and if I missed something or misinterpreted anything. Like and subscribe if you want to see more content and breakdowns like this. Thank you for watching, and please stay safe out there.